All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about something other than the NFL today. Now, first off, I want to start by saying I hope you guys had a wonderful 4th of July yesterday. Hope you guys were safe and had a great time. But on to very important topics. We've got to talk about college football. Now, I know that my channel is basically the NFL and Madden, with a little hint of MLB The Show, a little bit of 2K here and there. But college football is also one of my favorite sports. And I feel like my channel can benefit from maybe a little bit of college football talk. So I'll probably sprinkle in a little bit of college football talk every once in a while. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I wanted to talk about my favorite college, which is the Ohio State University. I live in Ohio. I've always been an Ohio State fan. My dad went to Ohio State, so it's just in my blood to be a Buckeye fan. And the Buckeyes have always been good at recruiting in football. Always. Yes, there's been some down years. Yes, they've lost some recruits here and there to other schools. But they've always been very consistent with Jim Tressel, and then with Urban, and now with Ryan Day. And so I didn't think it was going to get any better than the recruiting class that they already had. But if we take a look, I know that I don't have it up for you guys, but if we take a look, the 2021 Ohio State recruiting class, I'm going to pull it up here. I may show it. I probably won't show it though. I'm just going to read it to you guys. The 2021 Ohio State recruiting class, the class that's going to be this season, the freshmen that will be on campus this year, they just brought in yesterday on July 4th, they just brought in the number 1 prospect in the country. In the country. And I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I'm pretty sure it's JT Tuimoloau. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I promise that I'd try. I even heard it a couple times. I played it on, I played the sound to hear the pronunciation, and I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I'm not 100% sure, so if I'm butchering that, I'm sorry. I probably am. But he is the number 1 prospect in the country, and he committed to Ohio State. He will be on campus in the fall. Then you've got Jack Sawyer, who is I think the number 2 defensive lineman in the country, right behind JT. So that's 2 5-star guys. Then you've got Emeka. What's his name? Emeka. These guys' names are a little bit hard to pronounce. Emeka Egbuka. That's how you pronounce his name. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. And I think he's already on campus. So he's a wide receiver. He's a 5-star prospect. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ohio State Buckeyes have the number 2 class in the nation. It might get updated to the number 1 class with JTT signing here or committing here. Alabama, obviously, I'm pretty sure is number 1 in the nation. I haven't really checked that, but obviously they have the number 1 class in the Big Ten. Their 2022 class is just as good, maybe a little bit lesser than the 2021 class, but it's still great. I'm pretty sure Quinn Ewers, the number 1 quarterback in the country, is in that class. So the Ohio State Buckeyes are on a different level. I'm trying to keep my bias as low as possible for this because obviously I'm an Ohio State fan, so I have skin in the game. But I don't think people understand the significance and the reach that Ohio State has. College is different. College is different because you've got your teams. You got Alabama, you got Clemson, you got Ohio State, Notre Dame, teams like that with the prestige. And if you're not a fan of one of those schools, then you just hate that school. Like me personally, I hate Alabama. I hate Clemson. Hate them. Absolutely hate them. Wish they would go winless the entire year, every single year. But I can also acknowledge that they're a great program. And they get a ton of great recruits. And that's the same thing how I feel about Ohio State and their recruits and their recruiting classes. They've definitely stepped it up even higher than Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer was bringing in some talent. He brought in Nick Bosa. He brought in Joey Bosa. He brought in Chase Young. But Ryan Day is doing just that level even more. He's getting 5-star recruits. He's getting number 1 players at their position. He's getting number 1 players in the country. Ryan Day is on another level of recruiting right now. And it's not just him. It's the entire recruiting. It's the entire staff at Ohio State. It's Brian Hartline. It's everybody. Everybody's going crazy at Ohio State recruiting. It's unbelievable. And so I was going through some of the comments on Twitter when I saw the release of JTT's commitment, and people were saying, "Oh, Ohio State, they're probably doing something. They're probably cheating. They're probably paying the recruits." Well, paying the recruits doesn't matter anymore because now they can make money on their own with name, image, and likeness. And if you guys want to hear me talk about name, image, and likeness in a video, then I will definitely do that later on in the channel. But back to the thing. Ohio State doesn't get the same amount of respect as Alabama does or as the Notre Dame does in the recruiting pools. And maybe this is going to change that. Maybe these next couple of recruiting classes are going to change the fact that Ohio State kind of gets overlooked by the national landscape. They kind of get overlooked because it's in Ohio. It's in a Midwest state. Nobody cares about the Midwest. It's not a big market. So Ohio State kind of gets overlooked. But these recruiting classes are changing that because they are top-notch, top 2 classes in the country, probably better than Alabama and Clemson's recruiting classes in general. And just, there's no way that if these guys develop, there's no way that you can beat this team. Especially if the quarterbacks they have there develop. They've got C.J. Stroud, and then Quinn Ewers coming in. They've got a bunch of guys. Jack Miller is there. They've got a bunch of guys that in the quarterback room that are, if they develop, are going to be bomb college quarterbacks. Plus all the talent around them. So I mean, it's just, it's hard to put into words how Ohio State is. Like, it's hard to put into words how to describe Ohio State when it comes to the national landscape, except for the fact that they are one of, if not the best team in the country every year. It's Alabama, it's Ohio State, and it's Clemson. Those are the 3. Every single year, fill in your fourth team, whoever it may be. Oklahoma, Notre Dame, LSU, whoever it is, Georgia, doesn't matter. But it's Alabama, Ohio State, and it's Clemson. Maybe not Clemson now because they don't have Trevor Lawrence. Who knows how DJ Uiagalelei, another name that I struggle to pronounce. But who knows how he's going to play. They lost Trevor Lawrence. How good's Clemson going to be? I don't know. Probably still pretty good. But it's Alabama, it's Ohio State, it's Clemson. Death, taxes, and those 3 teams in the playoffs. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's a guarantee every single year. Even if they don't go undefeated, even if they win 1 game, or they lose 1 game, they're still probably getting in the playoffs. Because they are that level. They are that prestige. It's only those 3 teams. Maybe Notre Dame, maybe. Probably not if they lose the game. But if they're undefeated, maybe. I don't know why, because they suck. But those 3 teams are absolutely guaranteed. No questions about it. You can't argue with the fact that those 3 teams are guaranteed. And Ohio State, with these recruiting classes, and JTT coming in, the number 1 recruit in the country, just keeps adding on to that legacy that they're building there. And I'm super excited to watch him this season. I'm sure he's going to get some playing time. That defensive line lost a lot of guys this past season, so I'm sure he's going to get some play time, especially in those scrub games early in the season. So we're probably going to be seeing a lot of JTT and a lot of Jack Sawyer this year, even though they're freshmen. And I have a feeling they're going to make a huge impact. So that's all I got to say right now. Let me know down below in the comments If you guys want to see me talk more college football on the channel, if you guys want to see more about name, image, and likeness getting passed, if you guys want to hear my opinion on that, let me know. And let me know down below what you guys think about the Ohio State Buckeyes getting probably the best class in the history of college football in their 2021 class. So let me know down below. That's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.